Hey guys, sure, I'm John coming at you with another Diablo Immortal video. This is going to be a quick one. I just want to make it very imperative that with these recent changes in the game, that there are a few things that you definitely want to make sure that as a free-to-play and or low spender, that you want to be aware of and make sure that you take advantage of before you move forward, especially with the announce and the launch of a lot of this new type content that we just got today. All right, so part of this new update that we just got is there are a little bit more opportunities for free-to-play players and low spenders to get internal crests, which I feel like is very important to discuss because what this allows is the fact that the market now becomes open because eternal crests are different than other crests, right? Like, so when you see legendary crests, not all these legendary crests are built the same way. Some are automatically bound to your account, others are actually sellable in the market. That's where I feel like they did a really good job with the free-to-play and the low spin players, is because they've now allowed them to play the market a little bit more with these legendary crests, because now you can get, I believe, about 3 per week. And that allows a player, to at least do 1 3 run a week or a 10 pop within every, at least a month or so. Is it still the greatest fix for the game? I don't believe so. They are offering 2 events this month. One of those events will give you another legendary crest. And last month earlier this month, so to speak, there was another chance for you to get a legendary crest. So I do feel like they are trying to push this a little bit more, but you got to remember that as a game, they have to take the stance of, if they made it too easy from the beginning and then made it harder, that would be worse than if they were to make it too hard and then roll it back, right? So I do understand exactly what they're trying to do with this. And I'm okay with it because playing the market is really going to be helpful for a lot of those free to play and a lot of those low spenders. And I definitely want to see them succeed. I definitely don't want to see anyone get hoodwinked. And I wanted them to have fun with the game. I do think that you can play this game without spending a metric boatload. And it's pretty easy to do. But it'd be nice if you can, just have fun. So you will notice that now, as a part of the Last of the Flame Spun, I have already received my Eternal Legendary Crest voucher, which means that I've completed one of these, and then that unlocked this voucher. Now, if I go into my inventory, I do find this a little weird, and that could be just because this is just the first rendition of this entire event. I don't see this voucher actually in my inventory. I don't know where it is. I don't know what happens. So I wanted to check and see what this means. So if you go up here and you go to the crest merchant, now this is where you would buy your crests normally if you were not buying them when you're going into the Elder Rifts. And you had some eternal orbs to spend to begin with, you would come over here and you would buy them through this guy here. And as I approach him, you'll see in the shop, now he does have eternal legendary crests available. It costs 1,600 platinum. You can get approximately, 300 plat a day. So 300 times 7 means that every week you get about 2,100 platinum. Every week you can get an internal legendary crest as long as you do one of these warband raids. This means that you still net 500 positive platinum. And if you get a 2 out of 5 or greater drop from this eternal crest, you can put it on the market and really net a massive profit of about 64 or more K eternal orb or platinum. So definitely keep that in mind. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to snag this bad boy up, and that gives me my Eternal Legendary Crest, which is awesome. It's super helpful for a lot of players. There's also events going on right now. These, unfortunately, don't really yield a whole lot. Ideally, you get here to the level 20, you get this another crest, which would be very helpful. I like the changes that they made to the game, and I feel like being aware of the crest is going to be huge. I also feel like I've harped on this a lot, and I'm going to harp on it again. I feel like you really, really, really need to make sure that you are maxing out your Fading Embers, both for the weekly limit and the bonus weekly limit, because honestly, without maxing these out, you're losing so much. Being that it is 280 now, and then if you go over here to the Exchanger, and you go to Thaw, it is 18 Ambers per pop, and you say you pull up the 280 here, divide this by the 18, and you'll see that you get about 15 of these bad boys plus the bonus, which is going to give you a little bit more. It's going to put you right around the 22 mark, which is going to then allow you to create a random gem, which is where you want to use the Ambers on, so that way maybe you can get another 2 out of 5. You can spawn guaranteed legendaries that are 1-star for lower than that. But I really feel like in the name of the game, when it comes to Diablo Immortal, it's definitely well worth it to roll the dice. I mean, RNG is RNG at the end of the day. And if you're not willing to try it, then you're kind of missing out. I really feel like as a player and as a content creator, I should definitely inform you that sometimes it's a well worth risk to go ahead and push that forward. One other thing I want to mention is for low spenders, for those who bought the Boon of Plenty, I feel like that was something that I totally missed and I never covered. And I apologize because I really should have. Boon of Plenty is awesome. Definitely buy that once per month. It allows you for inventory expansion, the remote market access, the market trade slots are all very helpful. I noticed that I have 41 days left on this, but the Prodigy's Path is just the other pack in this one. I made a lot of mistakes with this. I should not have claimed this gear. Even though it got unlocked at these levels, this scales with your character level. So, for example, if you are someone who has not bought the Prodigy's Path, it would be very advantageous of you to go ahead and buy that and then just sit on the legendary gear drop. So like, for example, the legendary legs, this scales with your current ability, it does not scale with the level 60. So for example, I'm Paragon level 101 currently. This would drop a Paragon level 101 legendary leg drop, which is very impactful, especially in this case where we just had new legendary drops or legendary gear drop. This would be super helpful to have just a few extra little legendaries laying around to go ahead and click and hopefully get the new content, right? Same thing with, there's going to be another one in here. So you got legs, you have all these set gears, these all scale the same way. You definitely want to be very cognizant of this when using the Project's Path. If you have not purchased it already, it may be worth the purchase for you if you are a low spender. And keep that in mind, because I definitely don't want you guys to miss out, and I want you to get the most fuck for your buck. But if you were to copy and claim this as soon as it's possibly available, chances are that gear is not going to actually help you as much as you think it will. And in the long run, it's going to be kind of a negative investment for you, especially if you are someone who is, spending a very low amount in the game. That's definitely something I 100% wanted to point out. I do also want to point out that they made a few more changes to the game, which I feel is pretty strong and important. I think they're trying to move the correct direction to help out a lot of free-to-play players. However, until they really nail a lot of this down, right now, this Eternal Legendary Crest is going to be probably the best one that they have out right currently. And I feel like they are slowly moving in the correct direction. But I wanted to get this video out because I wanted to make sure that you were aware of, hey, you want to make sure that you get these done. Make sure you're doing these once a week. That way you can take full advantage of them. And make sure that you are not missing out on the Prodigy's Path as well. Because that is something that I personally messed up and did not take full advantage of. And I definitely regret it now. I hope this video helps you in any way possible. And if it did, please like and subscribe. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next one. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.